2025 AES Graduation. I'm John Ross, I'm the superintendent. It is my pleasure to be with you here this evening. Just a couple of housekeeping things. We really want you to take some photos and some videos. If you could turn off the sound, that would be really good. There are bathrooms in the back. There are also bathrooms in the hallway. And if you have a young one with you who gets restless, feel free to go out into the hallway and allow that young person to have some space that they might need. I've had the opportunity to kind of host many graduations at the high school level in here. And I tell you, this is just a remarkable turnout, a remarkable class, and this graduation has always been so special. So welcome. I think you're going to really enjoy the evening. At this time, we're going to start with the middle school team with academic awards, and Mr. Cody's going to come on up.
Okay, I'm obviously giving the science award this year, and if I could say a few things about this year's recipient is when I had this person in 6th grade. You know, it was clear that he knew more about prehistoric life than I did, okay? But then, as I got to know him, it's like he knows everything about robotics. And as I get to know him, he knows everything about space and the universe. And it was just the knowledge that he showed and the interest that he showed. We just connected at that science level, and it was amazing. And he was always a kid that, for my science trivia game, Jeopardy Ball, everybody wanted him on their team, I'll tell you. This year's recipient of my science award, 8th grade science award, is Evan Cognara.
The social study award, probably because I was teaching math at the time. Seriously though, like many 6th graders entering middle school, the students struggled to find their way at that year. Entering 7th grade, I saw a big change. This person was ready and eager to learn, probably because it was social studies and not math. This student truly loves the subject and is shown on a daily basis. I've seen so much growth over the last 3 years. This year's Social Studies Award goes to OBC.
This year's Mathematics Award goes to a student whose brain seems to be wired in numbers and logic. When I taught him in 7th grade, it was clear he doesn't just do math, he speaks it fluently. His reasoning is sharp and his enthusiasm for a challenge is contagious. With a strong foundation and a work ethic that just doesn't quit, he's sure to continue to succeed in any and all math he encounters. This award recognizes not just his exceptional ability with math, but the thoughtful, driven, and humble learner behind it. Congratulations, Gabe Phillips.
This 8th grade class has many incredible, creative, thoughtful, and insightful writers. One of the assignments this year was to create a short story using 5 random objects chosen by me and to use 5 or more of their vocabulary words. Here's a sample from one amazing 8th grade writer. Spring was believed to be the greatest season in the forest. The sun returned along with dozens of animals from hibernation. Small sparks of green emerging from the Earth's newly thawed surface promised a wildfire of life in summertime. The tree's branches, all dappled with delicate flowers, danced in the wind beneath cheerful, singing birds' feet. The best part of spring was unique to that one small forest, and every animal knew what it was. After the harsh winter season, the animals were rewarded by a special visitor. Twigs crackled beneath the young doe's hooves. She was careful to avoid the slippery rocks, bathed in a glossy coating from the recent sprinkle of rain. She could practically see the small shelter the humans had built so long ago. She was only a small fawn when they had, she remembered. Her mother had warned her about the hazards and danger humans brought with them. But this one was different. It had cared for all the animals, even when the worst had occurred. The lone deer stopped where she was. She shook her head slightly, but the disastrous thought wasn't that easy to get rid of. She remembered the day everything had changed, the day she nearly lost her own life, the day she lost her mother forever. And the story goes on and on. Over the past 2 years, this student has put forth effort, creativity, used vivid imagery, strong vocabulary into every one of their writing assignments. Their writing often left me wondering, how do I edit this? What feedback can I give them? Their writing leaves you wanting more to read. This year's ELA award is presented to Delia Gallagher.
Ms. Jen Goodwin will come up to present all of the Specialist Awards.
The specialists have had most of these students since they were in pre-K, so it's a huge honor to be standing here before them right now. The Art Award goes to Delia Gallagher. Another phenomenal artist is Gabby Sprague. PE, Landon 70. Another rock star in PE, McKenna Gooding. Library Award, Amisha Gallatin. Another library award. This person is going to probably be a little shocked that he is receiving this award, but he rocked making a web page. Bryce Pascal. STEAM Award, Lucas Baker. Another STEAM Award going to J. Lisa Reynolds. Our music awards go to Cypress Griffin. And our last word in music going to Ellie Ricketts. And I am going to introduce our principal, Mr. Ward.
Good evening, everyone. As Bill said, I'm Brandon Ward. I'm the principal, completing my first year here at Acton. Before I get to a couple of our awards this evening, congratulations to all of you. Take a deep breath. You're like a quarter of the way in. So you'll hear from me a couple of times this evening with some of these special 8th grade awards. And this first one is called the Acton Good Citizen Award. And this is given to an 8th grade student who over his or her course of study has exemplified the following qualities: respect for others, responsiveness to the needs of others, helpfulness, participation in school activities, a positive attitude, and an excellent work ethic. It's also important to mention that the recipient of this award will also have their name etched on a plaque that remains in our school lobby for years to come. So congratulations to this year's winner, Colin Demers. And now I would like to introduce the first of our student speech givers this evening. And so please give a warm welcome up to the microphone to Abigail Mishu.
Gold. Gold is a valuable mineral. Although I'm not talking about the gold necklace some people may be wearing. I'm talking about the gold in others, on special moments, such as sunsets during a walk. We can see our friends, classmates, sports, or the final hour of school as gold. Whether we've had 1 year or 10 at this school, we've all made our entrances. Our golden moments really don't shine. Being gold isn't just growing to others' perfection. It's focusing on the world around you and staying serene. Not to change for the wrongs, but to change for the success of yourself. In our time here, we've had our golden moments. We watched each other glow, supporting each other as we move forward. We've had many golden hours, days, and years. Yet no one stays gold forever. But tonight, we've accelerated to that shining point once again, golden and gleaming. As a class, we have many accomplishments. We may have different abilities and different challenges, but we've grown and matured. Our teachers help us glow, glimmer, and shine. Mr. Noel taught us to prepare for tests with relentless notes and methods of study. Mr. Cody had sad, yet amusing dad jokes to lighten the mood in class while reminding us safety matters. Mrs. Lavasser's math class taught us responsibility and that a little laughter never hurts. Even though Ms. Hartzell gave us constant homework and essays, those taught us the format writing, such as the speech. Whether experiencing accomplishment or failure, our golden moments await us. As we leave, watching this moment pass, like a sunset in the golden sky, we will enter high school and shine better than before. We will search for the golden people in our lives and find paths to lead us to success. In The Outsiders, Johnny Cage said, "I never noticed the colors and clouds and stuff until you reminded me about them. It seems like they were never there before." As this class parts, the class of 2025 will gleam more than ever before, leaving a golden memory. As Johnny said, stay gold, Pony Boy, stay gold. Thank you.
Great job, Abby. Thank you. The second of our special 8th grade awards this evening is called the Principal's Award. And this is given to the 8th grade student who had an outstanding year in 8th grade. And this student demonstrates the qualities of maturity, hard work, and responsibility. Congratulations to this year's winner, Austin Kittredge. And now I'll ask Mr. Ross and Mrs. Shane to come up for the awarding of scholarships.
I am here presenting the Holdsworth Scholarship. Each year, 2 scholarships are given in the names of the late Clifford Holdsworth and the late Bernard K. Holdsworth to give recognition to worthy Acton students who successfully complete secondary education and go on to post-secondary education. This year, 2 scholarships of $2,000 each will be awarded. The first recipient is Finn Nielsen. Come on up, Finn. And the second award winner is Simone Gallagher, who could not be with us here tonight, but she's well aware of her award. So let's hear it for Simone. At this time, I'm going to have Judy Shane, the chair of the Acton School Committee, to come up with the Dorothy Dunn Scholarship.
It is a real pleasure for me to present the Dorothy Dunn Scholarship. She was a longtime Acton teacher who taught grades K through 8 in a one-room school, the Acton Corner School, which is now our library. She began teaching in 1944 and she retired in 1971. She was one of the first teachers to teach in the 57 wing of the school. She was convinced that every child could learn, and long before the days of special education as we know it, she often had parents bring their children with special needs to her home on weekends for a few extra hours of help. Several of her family members have continued to share her love for education and the children of Acton by being involved as a part of the elementary school staff. It gives me great pleasure to announce a $300 scholarship in honor of my grandmother, Dorothy Dunn, to Lee Herman. A second scholarship is also being awarded to Natalia, right? Rockwell, who had a prior commitment and couldn't be with us tonight.
I have the pleasure of awarding the Julia M. Smith Memorial Scholarship. This scholarship is given in memory of Julia M. Smith, former teacher and longtime resident of Acton. Mrs. Smith taught for many years at the Acton Elementary School, where her students were always challenged to achieve their best and reach their full potential. This scholarship has been established to recognize a student who has worked diligently to achieve academically and who shows much potential for furthering his or her education. The Smith family is proud to present 2 scholarships in the amount of $300. The first one is given to Summer Botel. Our second scholarship goes to Audrey Thayer, who couldn't be here tonight because of a previous commitment, and Audrey knows all about this, so let's hear it for Audrey. So at this time, we're going to transition to a song called "The Scientist" by Coldplay by the 8th grade class. speaker, our second student speaker is McKenna Goody, who will come to the podium for her speech, volleyball.
Good evening. I stand here before you tonight to talk about something that's more than just a game. It's a way of life. I'm talking about volleyball. Some might see it as just another sport, a pastime, or something fun to do on a weekend. But for those of us who love taking part in playing volleyball, it's so much more than just a game. It's a teacher, a motivator, and a constant companion. It shapes us, challenges us, and shows us what teamwork is. Think about it. What does volleyball demand? Collaboration, communication, and teamwork. Every single point requires 6 individuals moving as one. Teamwork allows individuals to combine their strengths and skills to achieve common goals more effectively. Teamwork is used in your everyday life, whether it's doing a class project or being involved in sports. Life, like a volleyball game, begins with a serve. It's the initial challenge, the first step into the unknown. Sometimes your serve is perfect, sailing right over the net, landing exactly where you intended. Other times, it's off target, a missed opportunity. But even the missed serves teach us resilience. We learn from our mistakes, adjust our technique, and serve again. This mirrors our own journey. We encounter setbacks, but the key is to learn, adapt, and keep trying. We all face setbacks, moments when we feel like we're on the ground, the end. This is where the dig comes in. It's the ability to get back up and recover from a fall. It demonstrates resilience and the determination to keep fighting even when things feel impossible. The intense rallies, the powerful spikes, and the desperate blocks are the hurdles we face in life. Each spike is a new goal to pursue, a wish we strive to achieve. Each block is an obstacle we must overcome, a challenge we must conquer. Life throws curveballs, but just like a good defensive player, we must remain adaptable and prepared. Coach Kearley once said, "There's nothing worse than the feeling of wishing you had another chance at a play because you weren't ready." In volleyball, that feeling might be after missing a major day, or a hard serve because you weren't focused. In life, it could be missing an opportunity because you lack preparation, or confidence, or not focusing on work because of fear. In high school, we may feel uncertain. Here at Akron Elementary, there are about 246 students. At Stanford High School, there will be well over 1,000 students. That's enormous. Going from a tiny school where you almost know everyone to a colossal school will be challenging. But once you meet new people, high school starts to feel like you're welcomed into a new family. Finally, the win. The feeling of accomplishment, of teamwork paying off, and hard work leading to victory. This is a reward for all the effort, for all the perseverance, and for all the dedication. Life, just like a volleyball game, isn't always about winning, but the pursuit itself. It's about embracing the challenges, strengthening the bonds, and learning from each and every experience. So class of 2025, let's go out there, serve with passion, and play hard. Thank you.
Thank you, McKenna. Great job. The Acorn Award is supported by the Acton PTG, and Mrs. Damaris will come up to give out that award.
So I'm honored to be presenting the Acorn Award on behalf of the Acton Parent Teacher Group, partly because it's very special, and partly because some of them were stuck with me for 2 years. So this special class is very close. So we take pride in all students, especially those that strive to achieve goals. This $200 scholarship award was created to recognize students who demonstrate a tremendous amount of growth from the beginning of 6th grade to the end of 8th grade. We're thrilled to recognize the students who exemplify the work ethic, attitude, and determination it takes to reach the highest point of success. Ralph Waldo Emerson states, "The creation of 1,000 forests is in one acorn." Tonight we have 2 acorns ready to create their own forest. It is with great honor that I present these awards to Jaylee Cervantes, and Evan Contado.
Thank you, Mr. Barris. Our final student speaker for the evening is Delia Gallagher with a speech called The River.
The river. Dean Bennett said, collectively, these events, as minute and subtle as they seem, become the mood of the river. For a river is not a separate entity, it is a reflection of its environment. What I believe this quote represents is life's many similarities to a river. As a class, we came together like a river, and now we're about to split into separate winding streams of our own. A river typically begins at the top of a mountain, easily flowing for the first stretch, carefully guided along the pathway it forms. As a majority of this class has been here since pre-K, we've seen every pebble and memory in the riverbed that's come to form who we are today. For those of us who have come at a different time, we've built new memories on the basis of our old ones. Regardless of how many years we've been here, a part of us has grown together. Like the unique winds in a river, our own paths are constantly twisting and developing into something twice as magnificent and beautiful as before. A river couldn't be a river without obstacles. Whether it's a difficult friendship or a worry that will block your pathway, something will be there to put you to the test. Life will always give us challenges to overcome and to strengthen us. We'll need to adjust to a new school the size of an ocean compared to our little river, and figure out how to become a rock in that shore while still managing to be our own unique stream. Because a river doesn't stop. It keeps rushing and pushing through any obstacles it comes across, regardless of what tries to stop it. Weaving and adjusting through the gaps between rocks, we pass through every late night studying session, every homework assignment due the next day, and every other minuscule thing that dared to get in our way. Ahead of us lies a clear lake, one of the largest chances we've seen so far. No rocks can hold back our river from continuing, as the most beautiful horizon, open and cloudless, hangs overhead. The future is ours for the taking, to create, to shape, and to mold. Of course, with such room to grow, our rivers will face challenges and adjustments the size of boulders. Yet adjustments all come with solutions that force the river's current to strengthen against problems in the future. As Abraham Lincoln once said, the best way to predict the future is to create it. In this final rush of rapids, urgently finishing our assignments, it's easy to forget the shore. Not all things a river will encounter are there to stop it. Our families and friends, our town, have guided us along our journeys. Just like the rocks, trees, and animals that support a river, the people in our lives help shape who we are today and who will soon become tomorrow. I am so grateful for my shore, to all the people who have helped me become the river I've grown into today, for all the chances and lakes I've been given, we've been given. We must remember that the lake ahead of us, with its sky so clear and cloudless, and the beautiful horizon still above it, holds a river waiting to move on. As the class of 2025 graduates today, our rivers have only just begun. We are ready to move forward towards the beautiful new horizon before us, ready to navigate the new challenges in the world that welcomes us. Thank you.
Don't want to let go. So our final awards this evening and I was very tempted to ask the students to do an encore performance of their musical number, but I was afraid some of the boys might riot. So we have our 8th grade Academic Excellence Awards. So the Acton School Department awards this distinction to students who show high academic achievement, exceptional effort, and good citizenship during all 3 years of middle school. And each recipient also receives a $250 cash award. And we have 2 winners this year. So for our first winner, please congratulate Wiley Cormier. And our second winner is Gabe Phillips. This time, for our message to the graduates, I would like to invite Mrs. Tracy Scully to come.
I'm honored to be here tonight to speak to this amazing class and family and friends. Change. Change is a constant in the game of life. As I look up on the stage tonight, I can see how much you've all changed when you sat in my classroom as 6th graders. Not only have you grown, most of you taller than me, but I can also see the maturity. You're not little kids anymore. Change is inevitable, and you are about to embark on a monumental journey as you walk out of Acton Elementary School for the last time and become a Sanford Spartan or a Maine School in Science and Mathematics Penguin. You are starting the next chapter of your life right here, right now. Some of you may be sullen. Some of you may be full of joy. Some may be scared, and some may be apprehensive. But regardless, that change will take place. So embrace the challenge and lean into who you want to become. Someday, change will be a choice for you. But for now, it is on to high school, which can be the best 4 years of your life. Remember in Touching Spirit Bear, Garvey and Edwin told Cole, life is like a hot dog. Life is meant to be enjoyed. Garvey taught us that like a hot dog, life can be simple or elaborate, depending on your actions. You must savor life experiences rather than focusing on the difficulties. Without change, the world and life would be very boring, dull, and predictable, with no room for advancement. There'd be no excitement and nothing to look forward to. I'm not saying life isn't going to be difficult, but it is how you respond to the difficult times and those changes. When those difficult times hit Cole Matthews, Garvey and Edwin had him soaking in freezing cold water and roll a rock down a mountain. Cole had to change and adapt to understand his full potential. What will you do as you are faced with change? Will you join the drama club? Try a new sport? Make a new friend on your first day in high school? Play an instrument? Or explore all the options of SRTC? The possibilities are endless as long as you accept the transformation. I made a life-changing decision 2 years ago. Leaving such a wonderful class was one of the hardest things I have ever done. But I challenged myself, after 28 years of teaching, to explore a new career where I had no experience. I wanted to try this change because, let's face it, like you, I'm not getting any younger. And I could see how I could still help people like I did as a teacher, but in a different way. Was it scary? Yes. Was it hard? Yes. But the only way we can grow is if we are willing to change. Every single one of you on that stage has the potential to soar to new heights as long as you take a deep breath when the difficult times roll in. And remember, life is like a hot dog, and change creates new opportunities, experiences, and growth in so many ways. For instance, Multiple studies have shown that the universe is constantly reshaping and growing. Every day, certain planets and stars are changing their placements. Since the universe is so vast, that is the perfect example of how everything must adapt and evolve. Many everyday items like phones, televisions, and even tools have evolved significantly over time. By the time you're adults, we'll be using iPhone 30, virtual reality, self-driving or flying cars, home robots, 3D printing of human bones or food, or artificial intelligence allowing eSkin to feel a touch through FaceTime. Fashion is also forever changing. Bell-bottom jeans to skinny jeans to ripped jeans. There'll be many more shoe styles to buy. Woohoo! You all know I love my shoes. I heard how much you love the song by Katy Perry called Fireworks. You even managed to get all your teachers to let you sing it in each classroom for an entire day. And you know how much I wanted to be a singer and perform on stage. So get ready. I love to sing, even though Mr. Cody says I can't carry a tune and a bucket. Do you ever feel like a plastic bag, drifting through the wind, wanting to start again? Well, get started then. It starts now. When that change occurs, you'll be ready to show the world. 'Cause baby, you're a firework. Come on, show them what you're worth. Make them go up, 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 as you shoot across the sky. You'll be transcending all expectations. Embrace the change, 'cause there's a spark in you. You just gotta ignite the light and let it shine. You are the change you seek. Okay, I'll stop. I had the stage, I had to do it. Embracing change not only allows us to stay competitive and relevant, but also opens the door to countless opportunities for growth and development. You'll know when the time is right. Okay, one more time. If you only knew what the future holds, after a hurricane comes a rainbow. Maybe a reason why all the doors are closed, so you can open one that leads you to the perfect road. Okay, maybe a career change on the stage isn't going to happen for me, but what doors are you hoping to walk through? I know you have felt change in yourselves. You are all originals that can't be replaced. You are my last class, and you have made such an impression on me. And I have faith that all of you will let your colors burst with each new change in life, because every one of you is truly a firework. Congratulations.
Wow, Tracy, thank you. That was awesome. That was just right. Okay, we need just a minute for a transition. We're moving into awarding of the diplomas. Mr. Cody's going to come up and join us, and we're going to get that.
Okay, I just want to say, parents and family and friends, that after they get their diplomas, there's gonna be a nice photo op right here in the center, so be ready with the cameras. Guys, ladies. Gabrielle Kimball.
Go, Gabby!
Abigail J. Chu. A. Flaherty. Ellie Ricketts. Riley Cormier. Emma Gooding. Gabriel Phillips. Benjamin Wayne Lee. Evan J. Cognata. Joseph Dennis Reed. And gentlemen, Colby Seco. Cameron G. Telby. Dave Wilson. Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 2025.
I told you this would be awesome. Very good. Thank you, Mr. Cody, for helping us. Just a couple of quick thank yous before we exit the program. Thank you to the middle school team. You guys are awesome. For years they pulled up. Let's hear it for the middle school team. Now, here's what you can cheer for. The moms who decorated. Now let's hear it for the moms. Andy and Will are around here somewhere for setting up. Andy and Will, thank you so much. And finally, I know Miss Will is still in the house with the music. Thanks, Miss Rowe. Good doing out there. We are ready. Okay, folks, there is your class of 2000.